Good morning. This is episode 2 of Burton's Daily. Um, as we started, I don't know if you can hear this background sound actually. Let me just try and put this on pause. In fact, something that I'll start off with. Every morning when I wake up, I think it always matters is what the first thing that you put into your mind is. I think that is something to do with what pushes you. Puts you mentally in the state for the next day. And like, so some people that are waking up and watching stuff they shouldn't watch, if you know what I mean, don't do it. Like, yeah, that kind of stuff. Or if the first thing you're doing is waking up and swiping on your phones or whatever, don't do it. Like, it just sets your mind to wake up more slowly. Don't get me wrong, you could be checking emails, you could be checking your inbox because maybe you run a business profile on Instagram or Facebook, so you're checking for business important things. I just think that doing it as soon as you open your eyes isn't wise. I think you should open your eyes, and if you do have a moment of laying there, lay there with a clear head. Lay there with an empty, clear head. Don't lay there and allow yourself to gradually wake up to visually taking in an email um, or swiping on Instagram. I think the best way to think about it as well is like, let's say you want to go gym and you want to work out, and you do work out. You work out every day. I say as soon as you woke up, as soon as you opened your eyes, like there was already a dumbbell in your hand. Like as soon as you opened your eyes, there's no, even with a gym workout, unless you're not doing a workout properly, you do some kind of pre-prep. You do some kind of pre-prep before the workout. Usually it's very long stretching. Um, so usually it's very long stretching, or um, I don't know, breathing exercises. You know, but there's usually a pre-prep basically, and I think you should think about the same thing when you get up in the morning. A little bit of pre-prep, whether that's laying there or you just get straight up and then just go to the kitchen, click the kettle to boil. If you ain't got a kettle, just drink some cold water, like gradually. If you ain't got water, get a shower. If you ain't got a shower, go for a walk outside. There's nothing that doesn't really kind of stop it, even if you're the brokest person. Like, kind of get up and maybe like just sit in a meditation position for a bit. Maybe think about your day. Think about last day. Like, just evaluate. You know, yesterday went very well actually. That was the day we was meant to be hearing back from some responses for the film, for the characters, which we did actually. It was really nice to see people taking your writing and to see it performed. I've never had that feeling before, so the first time having that the other day was quite nice, and seeing people enjoying it as well, enjoying the playfulness of some of the lines. No one seemed bored by them. There was a sense of enjoyment, which is nice. That's what you want to see from other actors, I guess, when they're reading your work. Um, yeah, so that was a good one. Definitely a good one. We did wake up a bit later today. Only because we had like 4 hours. Only because I had like 4.5 hours sleep as opposed to 6. So I took an extra hour the other way, if you know what I mean. But reason why, like, even staying up late and stuff, it's not really obviously the greatest thing, but sometimes it needs to be done. Sometimes because I've taken my mind into also a filmmaking mind, as well as me still my main profiling is me looking, is my acting, but I guess I'm building a business at the same time, um so that I always have that, and plus, if there's ever any story I want to create in the future, I've already got a great set up, and the trust is already built from people that would invest at this point millions, because my name would already be high profile. But then I also have like previous work to back up the fact I can do something of quality, you know. So it's kind of one of the helpful things in that sense. Um, I think something I came up with is which I realized is, and this is probably a very key important one, very key important one. Um, you have all the great intentions in the world, I think, to do what you want to do, to be something, or to step your game up, or to do better, or to make more work, be more proactive. All of these things you can have all the effort in the world. Don't be fooled, you know. You still have some moments where for a couple of hours you didn't focus on what you needed to focus on. Yeah, you shouldn't, but sometimes it happens, and it's not the point of that is that it doesn't mean that you failed yourself. Sometimes that just means that you need to reevaluate. You just need to rethink, you need to redirect. Something like the gym is quite easy because, yeah, mentally you need to want to go, but it's quite easy because it's not like there's not a kind of natural formula in a way to work out. You could spend one day in the gym and identify people's figures, bodies, or whatever, how they look before and how they look after, to see what workouts looked good and what workouts didn't, and stuff like that. And you can test things within that same day or within a week. You could have created a very basic workout that helps you work out, and then you start maybe talking to people, maybe working out with those people and stuff like that. It's a bit more of an easy formula, but sometimes when you're chasing your dream, or you're trying to build a business and stuff like that, you can talk to people, but there's not quite a same basic formula. I don't think, I think there's plenty of books and plenty of guidance that you can learn, and plenty of people you can learn from that have been heavily successful. But it's a bit like, it's not like these specific people or the hubs consistently there, day or night, 24/7, like a gym is. But there's ways you can find that, and one of the ways that I do it is every morning before I go to bed. Yeah, before I go to bed, and every morning, sorry. um I watch something, whether it's how a person, it could be something like Steve Jobs' 10 Rules of Success. And I have to thank Evan Carmichael for that. Um, he has a great channel which I've commended and promoted for the past 2 years. Um, or there's like Gary Vaynerchuk, who talks about you being in your 20s and stuff like that, and about now There's a point in life is to gain all the experiences that you want, you know. And then and there's many different pieces of motivation or advice or just stories. Be told a story when you wake up. I think that's something that's good to listen to when you get up first. Get your head channeling with something like that, you know. And you can watch videos that are 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, you know, and then just get up. And just get up. You may not know what you want to do for the first hour, but you're up, get prepared, get ready. And then even if you do just lie back down, like, at least you can allow your mind to be in a place where it wants to find something. The whole thing is want, you know. Like, I was speaking to this female friend of mine, and she sometimes struggles with opening up, and like I have a lot of love for her, and she could see that, and it actually even got to her that I said to her, if I wasn't your friend, I wouldn't say this, you know, but I make my way here because I care, you know, in that sense. And uh, she sometimes struggles with opening up and saying how she feels, or just talking about her life as if it's something that someone wants to listen to. She doesn't really do it. And I kind of just said to her, you just need to, you need to want to. You need to want to do it. You really need to want to do it. If you don't want to do something, you really won't. Like, even when someone tells you something, you're like, oh, and you go and do it. Like, there's still a want in there, whether you realize it or not. Whether it's when you're younger, and not every household would relate to this, but I definitely did. And I know there's many others that did. Whether it's, alright, you have to go and clean the clothes or do the dishes or something like that, otherwise you're gonna get slapped up, you know. Like, even though there isn't, you think there's not a direct want from you, in that there is, but the want is actually kind of flipped. It's something that you don't want to happen. You don't want to get beatings. You don't want that. You don't want red skin. If it's not naturally that way, you don't want red skin, you know. And that's still a want. So you action something off a want. And it's the same. Like, you want a game, you play that game because you want to play games. If, like, you go out with this girl or boy, like, because you like them, you want to see them, you want to be with them. It's one, and if you don't want something, you won't do it. So you should start your day like that. Just to say how you should start your day. Start your day like that. What do you want? And you may not know the specifics. That's also okay. You may not know, like, I want lemon and lime tea today. You know, herbal tea is a herbal version. Banging. I want lemon and lime herbal tea today. Or I want Earl Grey with the mixed berry hint in it. Essence, sorry, that's what they'd probably write, essence. But you might just say, you might just know how you want, you might just know you want tea. You might not even know you want tea. You might just want to feel good. You might just want to make sure you do something today. You don't be lazy. Start something like that, man. Watch a story of something where someone's not lazy. Watch a story of something where someone like is active or does something. And I only point that out because that's something that I think helps me. It's a piece of advice that has helped me. Something that has taken me forward in that sense. Um, but yeah, we got a decent day today. We've got the main grind, so we got actual work today. Um, where I currently get my other finances from, which will be interesting to see and watch this video back maybe in a year or 2 years and talk about actually having a job. But yeah, I got actual work today at something like 3, and it's now 9 o'clock now. No, it's not 9 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. So we're about to go and get a shower, brush my teeth, and then we then have to still continue on investigation and make some calls, because things like are at the point in the film where location hasn't been fully confirmed, so there needs to be conversations to fully confirm these things in place. Yes. The the logistical stuff. Raising the business from the ground up. But I believe that's enough for today. I think the message of the day is, what do you want? What do you want? That's what I'm gonna call this episode. What do you want? Ha! Be a bit more specific. I'm gonna be a bit more adventurous with that title. What do you want? Lemon and lime tea, or Earl Grey? What was it? Oh, Earl Grey. With let's say passion fruit essence. Yeah. What do you want? Lemon and lime tea, or Earl Grey with passion fruit essence? That's what I'm gonna call this one. There'll be a dot 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 after what do you want, just to kind of help some people with their confusion of, oh, tea, herbal raspberry essence, blah blah blah. But yeah, it's the message day today, guys. This is episode 2 of Burton's Daily. Don't worry, some of these things will get a bit more adventurous as things go by, as some of these episodes, but right now I'm just letting you lot see how it is from the beginning. There's no falseness behind this. This is life. This is reality. This is the truth, Like, my bank account has not risen yet, but it will. We're still on the same number we was on yesterday. And that's mainly because there's not been a highly pursued thing of that. If anything, I've spent a bit more because I've had to order some paper and black ink. So we're probably a bit less right now. We've invested still and not made money back yet, but we will. So yeah, what do you want? Lemon and lime tea? Lemon and lime. Lemon and honey tea? Lemon and honey tea, or Earl Grey raspberry essence. And you know what? If you have the time, when you finish this and come to the end, please write that. What do you want? Lemon and honey tea, or Earl Grey raspberry essence? Enjoy your day, guys.